Welcome back to Rev Ride, your go-to place for classic machines and rugged legends. Today, we're stepping into a time machine that still rules the toughest terrain, the Lada Niva 4x4. Introduced in the late 1970s by the Russian automaker Avtovaz, the Niva has survived the test of time. With its no-nonsense design, incredible off-road ability, and go-anywhere attitude, this little SUV has earned a cult following around the world. Whether you call it outdated or iconic, one thing's for sure, the Lada Niva refuses to quit. At first glance, the Niva may not impress. It's boxy, plain, and compact, but that's exactly what makes it special. Designed with purpose over aesthetics, every angle of the Niva screams function. Round headlights, a simple steel grille, and minimal body lines make it resemble a utility vehicle more than a modern SUV. But that's its charm. Short overhangs give it excellent approach and departure angles for off-roading. The 16-inch wheels with chunky tires sit snugly inside square fenders. While it's not winning any beauty contests, the Lada Niva's design is unapologetically rugged, and that's why enthusiasts love it. Under the hood, the Lada Niva features a modest 1.7-liter four-cylinder petrol engine. It produces around 83 horsepower and 129 Nm of torque, not much on paper, but more than enough for off-road crawling. The engine is paired with a 5-speed manual transmission and a full-time four-wheel drive system. There's also a 2-speed transfer case and locking center differential, a feature rarely seen in compact SUVs at this price. Sure, it's not fast. 0 to 100 km/h takes over 17 seconds. One of the Lada Niva's strongest assets is its simplicity. There are no fancy electronics, no complicated sensors, and no expensive parts to fail. Everything is mechanical and straightforward. That means if something breaks, and let's be honest, something eventually will, it's usually easy and cheap to fix. Farmers, off-roaders, and overlanders around the world love the Niva because it can be repaired with basic tools, often in the field. Whether you're in the mountains or the desert, its mechanical honesty means it keeps going. The Lada Niva is a true off-road warrior. It was built from the ground up with off-roading in mind, not as an afterthought. Its ladder frame chassis, permanent four-wheel drive, low-range gearbox, and differential lock make it a serious contender in rugged environments. Thanks to its short wheelbase and high ground clearance, the Niva can handle steep slopes, rocky paths, deep snow, and even river crossings. It might not have the luxury of a Land Cruiser or the tech of a Wrangler, but when it comes to raw trail capability, it punches far above its weight. Step inside the Lada Niva and you'll feel like you've time-traveled back to the 1980s. The cabin is basic, to say the least. Hard plastics dominate, the dashboard is minimal, and there are few features to talk about. Air conditioning, rare. Infotainment screen, forget it. But what you do get is rugged simplicity. The seats are basic but reasonably supportive, and the upright driving position offers excellent visibility, essential when maneuvering on trails. There's enough room for 4 adults, though taller passengers might feel cramped in the rear. The controls are large and mechanical, designed to be used even with gloves on. Noise insulation is minimal, so you'll hear the engine and road at all times. But again, the Niva isn't about luxury. It's a tool, and when you treat it like one, the interior makes perfect sense. It's the kind of cabin that wipes clean after a muddy adventure, not something you pamper. But let's remember, this car was never meant to be a highway cruiser. Its compact size makes it surprisingly maneuverable in city traffic, and parking is easy. For short commutes or village roads, it gets the job done. Just don't expect a smooth or quiet ride. The Niva is best kept to where it belongs: dirt trails, forests, and remote paths. On paved roads, it's a compromise. Off-road, it's a king. When it comes to value, few 4x4s can compete with the Lada Niva. Whether you're buying new in countries where it's still sold or picking up a used model, the price is usually far below other off-road vehicles. Its design hasn't changed much, and that's because it works. In an era where everything is becoming digital, automated, and overly complicated, the Niva reminds us that durability, simplicity, and function are timeless traits. It's not for everyone. If you want air-conditioned leather comfort, lane assist, or Apple CarPlay, look elsewhere. But if you crave a raw driving experience, if you want to go off-grid without fear, and if you appreciate a machine that says, "Let's go," instead of, "Please update software," then the Lada Niva just might be your perfect companion. Is it the best SUV in the world? No, but it might be the most honest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Rev Ride for more rugged reviews, and drop a comment below. Would you take the Niva off-road?